To whom mild answer Adam thus returned: Soul Eve, associate soul, to me beyond compare above all living creatures dear, well hast thou motioned, well thy thoughts employed, how we might best fulfil the work which here God hath assigned to us. Nor of me shall pass unpraised, for nothing lovelier can be found in woman than to study household good, and good works, and her husband to promote. Yet not so strictly hath our Lord imposed labour as to debar us when we need refreshment, whether food or talk between, food of the mind, or this sweet intercourse of looks and smiles. For smiles from reason flow, to brute denied, and are of love the food. Love not the lowest end of human life. For not to irksome toil, but to delight, He made us, and delight to reason joined. These paths and bowers doubt not, but our joint hands will keep from wilderness with ease, as wide as we need walk, till younger hands ere long assist us. But if much converse perhaps thee satiate, to short absence I could yield, for solitude sometimes is best society, and short retirement urges sweet return. But other doubt possesses me, lest harm befall thee severed from me. For thou knowest what hath been warned us, what malicious foe, envying our happiness, and of his own despairing, seeks to work us woe and shame by sly assault, and somewhere nigh at hand watches, no doubt, with greedy hope to find his wish and best advantage, us asunder, hopeless to circumvent us joined, where each to other's speedy aid might lend at need. Whether his first design be to withdraw our fealty from God, or to disturb conjugal love, than which perhaps no bliss enjoyed by us excites his envy more. Or this, or worse, leave not the faithful side that gave thee being, still shades thee and protects. The wife, where danger or dishonour lurks, safest and seemliest by her husband stays, who guards her, or with her the worst endures. To whom the virgin majesty of Eve, as one who loves, in some unkindness meets, with sweet austere composure thus replied: Offspring of heaven and earth, and all earth's Lord, that such an enemy we have, who seeks our ruin, both by thee informed I learn, and from the parting angel overheard, as in a shady nook I stood behind, just then returned at shut of evening flowers. But that thou shouldst my firmness therefore doubt to God or thee, because we have a foe may tempt it, I expected not to hear. His violence thou fearest not, being such as we, not capable of death or pain, can either not receive, or can repel. His fraud is then thy fear, which plain infers thy equal fear, that my firm faith and love can by his fraud be shaken or seduced. Thoughts, which how found they harbour in thy breast, Adam misthought of her to thee so dear. To whom with healing words Adam replied: Daughter of God and man, immortal Eve, for such thou art, from sin and blame entire. Not diffident of thee do I dissuade thy absence from my sight, but to avoid the attempt itself intended by our foe. For he who tempts, though in vain, at least disperses the tempted with dishonour foul. Suppose not incorruptible of faith, not proof against temptation, thou thyself with scorn and anger wouldst resent the offered wrong. Though ineffectual found, misdeem not then, if such affront I labour to avert from thee alone, which on us both at once the enemy, though bold, will hardly dare, or daring, first on me the assault shall light, nor thou his malice and false guile contemn, Subtle he needs must be, who could seduce angels, nor think superfluous others' aid. I, from the influence of thy looks, receive access in every virtue, in thy sight more wise, more watchful, stronger, if need were of outward strength, while shame, thou looking on, shame to be overcome or overreached, would utmost vigour raise, and raised unite. Why shouldst not thou like sense within thee feel, when I am present, and thy trial choose with me, best witness of thy virtue tried? So spake domestic Adam in his care and matrimonial love. But Eve, who thought less, attributed to her faith sincere thus her reply with accents sweet renewed: If this be our condition, thus to dwell in narrow circuit straitened by a foe, subtle or violent, we not endued single with like defence wherever met, how are we happy, still in fear of harm? But harm precedes not sin, only our foe, tempting, affronts us with his foul esteem of our integrity. His foul esteem sticks no dishonour on our front, but turns foul on himself. Then wherefore shunned or feared by us, who rather double honour gain from his surmise proved false? Find peace within, favour from heaven, our witness from the event. And what is faith, love, virtue, unassayed alone, without exterior help sustained? Let us not then suspect our happy state left so imperfect by the Maker wise, as not secure to single or combined. Frail is our happiness, if this be so, and Eden were no Eden, thus exposed.